Now let's head to beautiful Carmel, California, where you can find the perfect setting for the most luxurious masterpieces from McLaren, Ferrari, and Maserati. Let's see why.
Blue chip is a term reserved for the best of the best. Whether the topic is real estate, stocks, or in this case, collector car automobiles, everyone desires a blue chip. If you'd like to see firsthand qualities of a blue chip collector car, then you won't want to miss this episode of the Speed Journal. We're at Bonhams Quail Lodge Auction in beautiful Carmel, California. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Michael Caimano. Michael, how are you?
Great, how are you?
All right, great, nice to see you.
Thanks for coming by.
You're with Bonhams Auction,
Yes,
and you're going to present a beautiful McLaren F1 to us.
I am graced with the opportunity to do so.
Yes.
It's a 1995 McLaren F1. It's being presented by the original owner. He flew over to the UK and took factory delivery of the car, at which point he went on a tour of Europe, which accounts for almost half of the mileage that's on the car today.
Interesting.
Yeah, he describes it as the trip of a lifetime, as you can imagine. Today the car has just over 9,000 miles on it. Again, half of those were within the first few weeks there. And since then, it's been kept on the East Coast and religiously maintained at McLaren. We have all of the service history for the car.
Now you had an opportunity to actually drive this car at Lime Rock?
We did. So part of the promotion of the car, we took it down to Lime Rock and created a video just because something so special and unique such as this car, most people don't get to see it in action. You just see static photos of it most of the time in a studio somewhere.
Right.
So we thought it would be a great opportunity to let the car do what it's supposed to and bring it out to the track and get some good audio and visual experience with it. So when the car came out, it was the fastest naturally aspirated car to ever be produced. It would do 240 miles an hour. And what's interesting is even today, all these years later, it still holds the record as the fastest naturally aspirated car. Nothing has surpassed it. And from the makes of new cars today with all the turbocharging technology, doesn't seem like any car will go in that direction again. So probably a title that this will hold on to. Everything is about weight, aerodynamics, and power. It holds true to the ultimate driving machine.
Are there any rumors as far as value or what a car like this might sell for?
So, it's very difficult to put a value on a car such as this. A McLaren F1 with this pedigree and history has never publicly been offered before. So it's difficult to say, but we certainly hope and expect it to exceed the previous record of 13,750 for sure.
I'm sure you'll be on pins and needles when that's on the block.
It will be very exciting. It's not often that we get to offer or that the market has the opportunity to purchase a car with this kind of history and provenance and collectability. It's what a lot of people consider a blue chip car. It kind of checks off all the right boxes.
I'd like to introduce you to Rupert Banner. Rupert, how are you?
Very well, nice to see you.
Thank you, you too. Rupert's with Bonhams Auction, and he's going to describe to us this beautiful Maserati 300S.
I certainly will. So what we have here is a 1956 Maserati 300S. It's contemporaneous with the Grand Prix cars, which Maserati were so well known for and were winning the World Championship in those days. This is a sports racing car from the same stable. Maserati in those days was all about racing, and this is one of the definitive cars of its era. You've got the six-cylinder motor. They were just well known for the ability to campaign all of the sports car races. They did everything in the days as well. They did circuit racing, they did the long distance tours, the Mille Miglia, etc. And so for that reason, you've got a car that, because it was great in its day, it means you can do an awful lot with it today.
Tell us about its history, the important drivers it's had.
Well, it's, I think if you think of Maserati and if you think of drivers in that era, I mean, this is a fabulous combination. This is actually a Fangio car. Manuel Fangio, who was just to many the greatest. You know, when you hear other drivers who were contemporaries of him, who you think were luminaries, say like so Sterling Moss, to say that Fangio was the best, I think that puts it into its own context. It says that it's probably true, that he was the greatest. In truth, if you take any serious sports car racing, sports car from that racing era, you're looking at numbers in that territory and upwards. Obviously, if you're talking about Le Mans winning Ferraris and stuff, you're adding multiples to that. But it represents, I think, pretty good value for what you can do, and for its importance, and for the name association as well.
It checks off many boxes, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Rupert, we thank you so much for your time. Great description of this car. Wish you the best of luck when this goes over the block.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupert. I expect there will be more than a few new delighted owners as these collectibles change hands this weekend. We'd like to thank Bonhams and their team of specialists for showcasing these fascinating cars, and we'd like to thank you for joining the Speed Journal.